Hey everyone, welcome to another tutorial. This is just going to be a quick and easy one. I got the Nintendo QuickShot. You can hear that something loose inside of there. But I picked this up from a local thrift store, and it's a very interesting NES controller. I used to have one when I was a kid, and I loved it. Just because, you know, the original Nintendo, the brick was really cumbersome to hold. This just fits, well, it doesn't fit anymore, but it fit perfectly when I was a kid. You got the A button, B button, start select, and auto fire mode here. I remember the D-pad wasn't too bad, but now that I've gotten older, you can see that I can barely get it to grip in my hand. But if I grip it the way it's supposed to be, then, you know, my thumb is basically over here, so I have to strain myself to get here, or just hold very loosely, like have 3 fingers on the controller. So this is definitely a controller that is more usable for kids. You got the full model number here. So it is the QuickShot model QS129N. The N stands for Nintendo. So it was a really nice controller, and as I said, I saw this in the thrift store, so I just had to pick it up. That being said, we're going to give it a nice cleaning. I do notice here that it got a gash here. I don't know if that means that someone tried to open it, or, you know, I also feel like this part here, yeah, you can see that's coming loose. So probably what's loose in here is probably one of the screw hinges in here. So yeah, we're gonna open this up. Now, all that we're going to need is basically just a small Phillips screwdriver. We're going to need some Q-tip, and of course some isopropyl alcohol over there. I also have some hot water set aside. So with that out of the way, let's open this up and see what we can find. So yeah, I can see that we're missing a screw here and here actually. So there's 2 of them loose. So we'll start here. And if you haven't gotten one of these mats, I highly suggest that you do. It makes it a lot easier to keep tabs of your screws, but also it just helps you to stay safe. A little anti-static mat like that. So let's see here. Not too much problem so far. There we go. And then we got 1 more screw left. There we go. So that's that. Let's see here what we can find. Yeah, right off the bat I can see one of the screw anchors right here, and yeah, there's 2 of them that have been broken off. Interestingly, so far I only see 1 in here, but we'll take this screw off if we can. Yep. We'll need a vise for that if I want that to go off. But we might not need it since we have 1 hinge here. So yeah, I think we'll just skip that. Next off, let's see what we got here. I've never actually opened one of these before, so I see we got a screw here, 1 over here, That seems to be it. And we got the B trigger, the A, and of course the directional pad. There's a screw here for the cable, which seem to be hardwired into the motherboard. So let's see what we can do here. We'll loosen this screw. Put you over there. And then take these two off. And there's one more down here. Let's see. So that lifts up, but it's connected to this. Since this is just plastic, we'll just throw that in the soapy water. And we got a little button cap here, which actually seems to be, yeah, that's pushed through. So let's see if we can gently nudge that out. There you go. Put that in the water. Now we got that trigger out. And this whole assembly just comes out, okay? And we got the start select button here. Throw that in the water. Then we got the turbo switch, which I'm assuming we just push out. Yep, just like that. And not sure what function this has. I think it's just a placeholder maybe? Anyways, we'll screw that out. Yeah, I got no idea what the purpose of that is. So yeah, I think that just sits there looking pretty. So we'll throw this in the water and then throw that in the water. And let's see here. So interestingly, we do have the A button, and the directional pad is actually screwed into this little board. So let's take those out. There we go. So we got the button pads here, which again are actually going through the board. So we'll gently take those out so that we don't destroy those little legs there. Throw that in the water. And then we got the button assembly here. That's fairly straightforward. And then it doesn't seem like I can do a whole lot more here. I mean, there's two more button pads, so we'll take those off. And there's a little, you can see that there's a little grime here. Overall, this is not looking too bad, but it does appear that I can't take this cord off without dismantling the board. So what I'll do is I'll just screw that screw back on, keep that cord in place. There you go. I'll just have to wash that separately. So let's see here. So just to dip this in the water, trying to be gentle, not to spray too much water around, because I don't want it to hit the motherboard if I don't have to. And of course we'll take extra care with these little cracks here. Now for the motherboard itself, just going to take a Q-tip, some isopropyl alcohol, and then just clean all the connections here. Oh yeah, there's some definitely a lot more dirt on the board here. So we will clean that up as best as we can. Yeah. I think a lot of it is just old flux, but let's see. I don't think all of that is flux. I think there's some grime as well, so we'll just go over everything here, make sure that it is perfectly clean. Got a little bit of white spot right there. So let's see if we can get rid of that. I'm going to use some magic eraser here, which is basically like a fine grit sandpaper, and see if we can get that off there. Yep, it's coming off ever so slowly. You don't want to use this too much because it does actually sand down the controller itself. So just a little bit more there. There you go, I think that's perfect. So we'll just take away the dust. There we go. Perfect. Put that to the side. Fish up the next thing. Okay, so let's see if we can put this back together again. We'll start with the D-pad over here. So take the case up and just check to make sure that everything is dried. I see some moisture here. I'm going to take that off with the Q-tip. Normally I'd use a hair dryer for this, but my hair dryer is not available right now. So Q-tip it is. There we go. And then we got the D-pad, and I noticed there's a little nick right here, and that goes right there. So that's easy enough. I see a little moisture there. So we'll take care of that. There we go. And we got the A button. Just like that. We'll put that over here while we set up the board. So we know that we're going to use the button cover. It's going to go through the holes with those little feet. So there and there. Just push that through. There we go. I think that's good. And of course we'll do the same over here. So push those through the little holes. There we go. Just pull a little bit here. I don't want to pull too hard and tear these off. But I think we got it there. So that's perfect. Then we'll take this and let's see. I'm feeling it's going to be this way here. So we'll slide that over. Like there, I believe. Yep. Let's see if we can screw this together. See, it'll be a lot easier once we get these two on the ends here. There we go. And I think before we can do that, we'll have to put these two in for the start and select. Yeah, because we're gonna have to pull them through the back here. There we go, it's one. And that's two, okay. Oh. Aha. Well, no wonder. So, all of that actually goes into this. Okay, got you. So that should hopefully make it a little easier. So, yeah. So let's put this in the start select switch, which goes in right there. Then we have this little weird thing, which doesn't seem to really be doing a lot. But we'll screw him in. I still have no idea what that actually is supposed to do, except maybe it holds this in place, like a little bracket up there for the D-pad maybe? That's the only thing I can think of. We'll put the selector switch in here. And then, there we go. Now let's try this again, now that we have been able to decipher which way we should put in first. So that goes in like that. Perfect. I'm just making sure that I don't think that we hit the selector. This is really not the easiest thing to work with, let me tell you. Okay, so okay, I think we got it back again. So let's screw that in place. So like that. Switch seems to work. buttons appear to be working. And then we got this guy. And yeah, so there's a little nub here which connects into that, so we did decipher correctly. So let's see if we can push this in like that. Perfect. And then this will slide in just like that. Okay. And then very gently we can close this up again. I want to be careful with the screws here since two of them have already broken off. Means that it is fairly fragile. What's interesting is that when I was taking this apart, I only found one of these broken inside, not the other one, even though there are definitely two of the screws are definitely broken off. So that, in connection with this little break right here, that does tell me that at some point someone opened this up. Obviously didn't do anything to it, but it's weird that I would only find one of the broken pieces inside of it. But anyways, it's a little flimsy right here, as you can see, since it's only got one screw holding that whole piece together. But we are at the final stage. I'm just going to get some pledge. So here you go. This is basically my little secret weapon. Just a dab of that, and we'll go over and basically shine down the controller. In addition to having a pleasant smell, this will actually, you know, protect it from future dust, at least for a little while. So it seems to be something wrong here. That controller is off kilter, it seems. Let's see if we can twist that. There we go. It just come undone as I was putting it together, it seems. But yeah, the pledge also gives it a nice little shine and luster. So I'll go ahead and do the cord as well. And while we're here, we'll look at the pins. They actually look fairly decent. So we'll just go over with our nail into those cracks and just make sure that It's all good. There we go. So yeah, that's the QuickShot. Definitely something that I have fond memories of from my childhood, but sadly it seems like I've outgrown it. That being said, it's it might still be good compared to the original NES. Definitely makes a bit of a squeaking noise here since this is broken off, but overall I'm quite happy to have this back in my collection. So can't go wrong with that. Actually, there was a little bit of excess pledge right here, so let me just take care of that. We don't need that much. There we go. Perfect. So that's the QuickShot controller for the original NES. Thank you again so much for watching. This was just a quick and easy video, but I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.